Doctors and nurses have read it. What is the worst thing you have seen a patient go through and survive? Okay, I was on call for transplant as a coordinator and we got an organ donor who was a 30-something-year-old sex worker who was beaten up and left for dead in an alleyway. Not to mention the physical injuries requiring life support. But because they had brain activity they were what we call a DCD donor after cardiac death, and we wait to see if they wake up or become completely brain dead. Well, they woke up. Then they sat up and started trying to take off all the equipment. Their heart started beating on its own again. They walked out of the hospital 2 days later. This is deliberately vague to protect anonymity. I saw a woman who had been stabbed in the neck with her own high-heeled shoe. Somehow, she just needed stitches and a tiny surgery. Ex-nurse here, this was one of the ones I've seen in training. Definitely not the worst, but one of the more cringe and pain thinking about it. Poor lad, around 23 if memory serves, showed up in RR with a work accident. He was using an angle grinder when a disc flew off and grazed him in the thigh and scrotum, shaving off small bit of it, leaving his right testicle hanging out. Definitely not something you ever want to see. He was a good sport about it though once he got after the shock of seeing his own testicle, nudging his friends and asking hey you wanna see my nut? And flashing it. It was sutured up and the damage was superficial and the testicle itself was unharmed.